If you do not take care of my customer, like, you're done.
Thanks, Department of Labor, for the mercy.
Yeah, thank you.
And villainizing all of our efforts to try to provide a nice culture and a great place to work.
I would rather see you help put your kids through college or go buy a boat or something than hire a shoddy contractor and put a second roof on.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mission Control Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Stearns with Ascend Digital Agency. We got a couple special gentlemen in the house today. You want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Scott, go ahead.
I'm Scott Schuler from Complete Roofing Systems. I'm the marketing director.
I'm David Hoisington. I'm one of the owners. I have a wonderful business partner who runs the ship. So I get to come out here and
you get to do the fun stuff.
I get to do the fun stuff.
Yeah. And just so that we're all on the same page on a couple things, just to set the ground rules, I was rated a 5 out of 10 today by David. I want to make that publicly known. Man. Listen, you can't be perfect, and there's always opportunity to improve. And I appreciate your unbiased opinion.
I don't know. I was having a rough day. I think it's the bitterness of hiring a bad marketing company. And it's like, oh, man. So, like 5 out of 10 is probably like a 10 out of 10,
You heard it here first. We're already at a 10 out of 10. I can't wait till I really prove myself to you. It's going to be fantastic. And we also learned that the best Mexican food is actually in Mexico.
Oh, man. I say a lot of stupid stuff. So
listen, things that I've said would take the cake, and we're not going to get into it because I don't want to look too dumb in front of my audience. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the team at Roofer for help making this happen. If you need, clean and pristine proposals, which will give your prospects no choice but to buy from you, instant roof quotes, great team to talk to, CRM, hit up the team at Roofer. Click the link below. You'll be glad that you did. Okay. You touched on the troubles around working with a bad marketing agency. But for anybody who's out here watching this right now, how do you know if you're working with a bad marketing agency?
Man, I feel like, luckily I have someone like Scott who's checking in on this stuff, but man, I don't, this is what I believe. And you've been telling me I've been saying a lot of stupid stuff, so keep it coming. But I just think there was like a shift in AI, and people are resorting on AI, doing everything. AI is perfect, and I feel like we caught them in that. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, yeah, AI is great, but I still want like a human being checking in on this stuff. And I don't know, is that your experience?
So I feel like a lot of the times when you use AI, you lose that personal touch. They use generic images of homes that don't fit your area or content that doesn't relate to your personal message about your company and atmosphere. Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree more. There's nothing worse than, if you're in the Northeast and you've got tile roofs on your roof installation page, you're trying to build credibility. And in fact, you're doing the exact opposite in situations like that. So before this meeting, David, Scott, and I, we spent 2.5 hours together talking about their business. And it's interesting because you obviously make an impact within the company, and there's a lot of companies that hire a marketing manager, marketing director, and they don't know what their job is. They don't, they're not getting a lot of utility out of the position. So how have you set yourself up to definitively and consistently make an impact within the company and focus your time on things that are high leverage?
I think it's listening a lot to your team, your staff, your salespeople. They're the ones that deal directly with their customers, so you have to fit what you do with what they need.
I mean, that's the best answer ever. It really is. Like when I have conversations with people, it's like, if you're creating a content calendar, like what should we do? What should we do content about as a roofing company? I don't know. Help solve problems, right? If you lead with value, the rest will fall in place eventually. Who's the best source of what problems are out there, what challenges people are facing? Your customers. Who deals with your customers every single day?
Yeah.
Your salespeople.
Sales guys.
So to put a bow on what you said, I couldn't agree more. That is absolutely fantastic. I don't want to talk all about marketing though. I want to get into your company because what you've done is pretty spectacular. You guys, you said 4 years ago you were around $1 million and you were around 11 million at the end of last year. What are some of the things that you attribute to the success?
Yeah, I think it's just like customer satisfaction, customer mindset on just like, it's all about them, you know? And after that, it just leads to referrals. Like at our company, we're not selfish, you know? It's like, if the customer doesn't have a good experience, like we lost, no matter if they paid us or not. So just having that, like, no matter if my guys show up, hey, do you need like the garbage taken out to the street, stuff like that. Like then when you get the customer to like send you a text message, like I got one last night with like my crew and they're all smiles, like that's my paycheck, you know. Then you just build a culture around it. So our culture has just been like, you know, you get what you put into it, and I try to incentivize as much as I can. It's really hard, you know, because we just found out like Department of Labor doesn't like the way you pay some things. And it's like, we're doing this for our employees, you know? Right. So luckily they're kind of forgiving people. And if you're not malicious, they end up like, all right, we'll kind of sweep you under the rug, but here's a little bill instead of a big bill.
Right.
They always give you a bill.
Thanks, Department of Labor, for the mercy.
Yeah, thank you.
And villainizing all of our efforts to try to provide a nice culture and a great place to work. Yeah,
but just having a customer mindset and not realizing like, you know, I don't have to make $1 on every job. Like I'd rather like, you know, pay something back. And this is what my partner's really good at. Like stuff happens in roofing, you know, and you got to just put that fire out super quick. And my partner's really good at like, no matter what it costs, this fire's getting put out today. So, and then you usually gain your customer back when you do something stupid, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Some things are just outside of your control. And when it's not like who you are as a person, as a company, it's often defined not by what goes wrong, but how it's handled when it is, right? Like people fuck up all the time. I had somebody very close to me fuck up real bad recently. I'm like, what are you going to do about it? Like, how are you going to respond? And based on the answer to that question is going to dictate like how people perceive you, and honestly, how you perceive yourself. And how you perceive yourself is really important. Like carrying yourself through life every single day, right?
Yeah. And I hear even like my employees talk about like, hey, you know, if something happens, like my boss is going to be on this, he wants to make it right. So it trickles down through the whole company, and you just set this culture up of like, hey, we're here to help people, and we're also here to make a great living. Like this industry does a lot of good for us. You know, like I've had a customer tell me, you know, we're bottom of the barrel people. I'm like, yeah, I'm bottom of the barrel, but you want to come see my driveway, what I got sitting in there, you know? But yeah, it's whatever. It's a great industry.
Remember we had that PM that was working a job, and the kids were running around the yard and they're all hot and sweaty. So he went and bought them a little plastic pool, filled up with water just to make them happy. Like,
I mean, it's things like that really resonate, because nobody likes to feel like in a transactional relationship, even if it is transactional to some degree, but like going above and beyond, taking a step out of what's expected to you and just caring about somebody else enough to be like, you know what? It's hot as fuck. You're super sweaty.
Yeah.
I saw a pool at the gas station for $8. I'm going to go run and grab it because it'll cost me 7 minutes and $8.
It made their day.
Yeah. It was so cool. Yeah. That's fun. I love hearing that stuff. And we have like another one, like this one lady, she had this giant house, and, you know, we're not a storm chaser, but we caught this storm in our hometown, and she was going through cancer. So like, we just brought over like this big bouquet of flowers, and she just lost it, you know, just started crying, stuff like that. Like that's the paycheck and that's the culture. Like my guys are looking for this, you know, and we just we're starting to do veteran roofs, and same thing. Like this one lady had tarps in her attic, and her husband was like he's not doing good, you know, like he cannot help his family with this issue, and they didn't have the money to do it. And I was actually, I think I was like off work for 2 weeks or something, probably vacation, but
probably vacation.
But my sales rep's like, hey, can we do anything for these people? And, you know, my business partner's like instantly. And I remember my first day back, like I went and met them after they had the roof put on, or it might even been when we said like, hey, we're going to do this roof and you're going to owe nothing for it. Yeah. And just like the tears of joy and stuff, like that's cool.
That's amazing.
I don't know. We're really beating up this topic, but
no, it's good. And I think that it's something that people will benefit from hearing about, right? It's easy to have your core values on the wall, and nobody really knows or lives or feels them, right? But how did it go from how you feel as a person to getting 25 people to follow your lead and feel the same way? Yeah.
I just feel like I'm really hard on my reps. Like I want to create a culture where they can make as much money as they can. But at the same time, it's like, if you do not take care of my customer, like you're done. Like that's like you can come do whatever at my office. Like, I mean, a lot of times guys are out, like, we have a golf simulator. They're playing golf during the middle of the day or something.
Golf simulator, you hiring?
Yeah, let's go.
Pull up. show you what this slice do.
Yeah. But like, I don't care about that or like whatever. But if like we just set the tone, like if you just look at a customer for a transaction, like that doesn't work for me. So. I was raised at like every time we had to hire someone, like I saw my parents like, man, how are we going to pay for this? Or, I saw the pain in their eyes. So it's like the last thing I want to do is be just look at customers as a dollar sign. So I always look at customers like this is the most serious thing we can do on your house. We have to put a great roof on because I would rather see you help put your kids through college or go buy a boat or something than hire a shoddy contractor and put a second roof on. So we take that very seriously. And it's just like, there's no questions asked around our office about that. So it's if I see you screwing around with that, you're out the door.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad stance to take. And you got to maintain what you built, right? How do you guys know each other?
Small town.
Yeah. Small town.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually Scott you were working for a company and like, I wouldn't say we like stole them from you, but you stopped by. You stopped by and like, hey, you guys hiring or something?
What intrigued you about them specifically?
Good reputation.
Yeah.
Everyone knew the company, how good they were.
What were, looking at the other side of it, and you could plead the fifth if you want, were there certain things that were or weren't present at the previous employer that...
100%. Yeah.
What were they?
A path to grow. I plateaued, and I didn't plateau where I wanted to be. So to have the opportunity to better yourself within a company is important.
He's got all the best answers.
I know.
I'm about to have you on next week. We're going to talk about some other shit too.
Yeah. Just point all the cameras at these two.
So obviously you've had tremendous growth over the last 4 years. Is it something where you're pursuing that same growth? Are you fine where you're at? Like, what does that look like?
Man, I'm fine where I'm at. Like, I'm not the guy that's like, I need to move to Buffalo. I need to go to Syracuse. Like, I want to enjoy my life. I want my employees to enjoy their life. I just don't want to work it away. Like, I work my 20s away, growing and establishing where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I'm never like the guy that just like, all right, let's just cruise. But I just want to like maintain perfection, and wherever it takes us. We do have some plans of like, all right, let's go start a branch here. Let's go start a branch there. But honestly, like, I just want to like see everyone show up to work, be happy, customers happy. Cool.
Do you ever switch back to that person you were maybe 4 years ago when you were trying to grow and like it's kind of eating at you? It's like the devil on the shoulder. I'm like,
every time I go to a Jelly Roll concert, I was just in Pittsburgh at a Jelly Roll concert, and that guy is so freaking motivating. I'm like, I'm going to run through a brick wall. I'm going to go back and I'm going to give all my employees these speeches, how we need to be the best. We're going to grow.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh man, this was a long road to getting where I'm at right now. I want to enjoy it, So, yeah. And when you're always growing, it's demanding on you. It's demanding on your health and stuff and your relationships. So I don't know. This is where I'm at right now.
All right.
So I feel like I should be like, no, we need to grow and stuff. But like my sales reps ask me every year, they're like, what's our goal for next year? I'm like, dude, if we can do the same we did last year and it's a well-oiled machine, I'm more of the process guy. I don't want there to be any kinks in the, in the wheel and stuff. It's like, I want to get everything worked out before I want to start thinking about just booming, But that's
sense.
where my business partner comes in, where like, I'm like the brakes guy. He's the gas pedal dude. So he can mash the throttle.
And I'm interested for both your answers here. What has been the most challenging part in that growth journey?
Oh man, I think I always say to myself, like, I'm not smart enough to do this because I'm always paying to learn, and I paid to go to college. That's the worst part about it.
That's like,
man, I paid and I shouldn't have to pay all these things. Like, we've just been hit on everything. Like, workers' comp audits, like now we get like Department of Labor showing up to our place. We get OSHA's fines and stuff that's preventable is just, I just feel like there's so many things, rules and regulations you gotta follow when you supposedly get big. Like, I don't think we're big, but like, it is a different ball game, So that and just dealing with people. Like when you get 25 people, you need HR. And I'm like, I didn't even know what HR was, So I was the guy putting the shingles on and just, looking back is probably the hardest part. Like, I was such an idiot. Yeah. But whatever. It is what it is.
How about you, Scott?
Oh, I would probably say getting quality leads versus quantity. I think it'd be best to get less leads that were more enjoyable, that put out the same amount of profit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not hustling, just to get multiple jobs done.
Is there a specific like marketing medium or channel where you notice that you consistently over the years have gotten subpar quality leads?
I don't know about subpar, but
or less quality than you desire?
No, not really.
I'd say I don't know. I always go back to like the Facebook marketplace leads or something,
Penny savers.
Oh my gosh. You remember the lead you remember when I typed in like someone said they wanted like a rubber roof repair and I was like, I am not going to type my company in here. And I like did it. And that's when that guy attacked me for being the Jake Paul of roofing. And he's this crazy guy.
Jake Paul roofing?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy's complimenting me, but the guy was a psycho. So I couldn't like attack him back. I'm like, everything he said to me was like awesome comments.
Appreciate you.
But like, that was it right there. He was a contractor that like, these guys just have deep pockets and they spend money on marketing. I'm like, I think Google spends money on marketing, what I mean? And they're marketing. You spend money on marketing. You're a marketing company. I'm like, but just like that just always is like engraved into me because I'm like, I shouldn't do this. I don't even want this lead, and boom, I get attacked. He went live talking about me. It was wild.
Went live.
Yeah, he went live on Facebook, just bashing me, and everything he said was like a compliment. I'm like, dude, keep going, Huh. My wife wouldn't let me respond to him though. She didn't want him showing up at my door.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was cool. I had to listen to her. It was
How
hard.
long ago was this?
2 years ago. Yeah, probably maybe last year. It was fun. I got all the employees in there, and we put it on the big screen and like listened to it. So then I was actually in St. Lucia and we saw Jake Paul and I should have went over and took a selfie of him. I'm like, I don't want to bother the guy. And,
marketing.
But I'm like, and I didn't even know who Jake Paul was. My wife told me, but,
this was what, a year and a half after?
Yeah. Yeah. So then we see him on the beach.
He's petty like me. He's like, I'm going to take a year and a half later. Let me take a picture with Jake Paul.
Yeah, I was right next to on the beach with him. I'm like, dude, I don't want to bother the guy. And my wife is starstruck because she loves the Paul. She's like, I'm like, hey, she's like, there's Jake Paul. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah. It was a funny moment. But then after I left, I'm like, I wish I would have taken a selfie just to post to my hater, Hey, me and Jake Paul are hanging out,
with my idol.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Is there a lesson that you learned that really hurt throughout the years?
We hired our first, right when we went to like Latino labor, we hired our first sub, and he gave us like phony insurance, and I like actually handed insurance certificate in to my insurance agent, and he's like, yeah, everything's good. Then like, I don't know what happened, but it was like he either canceled his policy and my insurance agent didn't catch it because I feel like they send you a notice like, hey, this guy doesn't have insurance anymore. Well, we got to the end of it and, we got our audit and I had to pay his insurance. I had to pay his bill, and it was like, I don't know what it was, like 53 grand or something. And that was a lot of money when we were small. Then like even 2 years later, we still got hit with some of this stuff, and finally I just started attacking these insurance companies. I'm like, dude, like you're affecting lives here. And I like, lawyer.
53,000. That's a lot of money, regardless of how big you are.
Yeah. So it's just stupid stuff, but it was malicious by the contractor, so it was that stuff there, but no, other than that
could that have been avoided then?
I feel like it was on my insurance agent. I feel like he should have caught that. Like,
did you fire him?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So we, it's like, dude, we're here putting roofs on and, growing a company. Like I hire you guys to do a reason, for a reason.
You got like one job.
Yeah. He had one job, dude.
Yeah. Make sure I don't end up in this exact spot.
Yeah. I shouldn't say too much. I have friends in the insurance industry, but I love it. But it's like, come on, dude. I'm out here like trying to keep people safe, having a safety program. And
but it's one specific person. It's not the entire industry.
Yeah.
And, dude, I tell people, they're like, I had a shitty marketing company. It's like, it's just like anything else. You got an industry. I don't care what industry, doctors, lawyers, marketers, roofers. There's a lot of ones that suck and are shitty at what they do. There are a lot of ones that are good and don't care. There's a few that are really good and really care. And like, there's everything in between.
Just like anything.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. Right.
Like we got the Amish by my house. I'm always bashing the Amish, but I'm like, actually, there's some Amish that are really good,
Yeah. But, so it's, Rest, folks, insurance people. Don't rest easy. Don't come for me. All right. I'm just sitting here having a conversation. It was one insurance agent. It's not a big deal.
Wasn't local either. Okay. Wasn't local.
That sucks though. Yeah. That's a lot of money. What year of the company was that?
Oh man, that was like our second year when we were just finally getting traction. And I remember like we had a certain amount of money in the bank account and I'm like, dude, we made it.
Yeah.
Now that money in the bank account, I would be freaking out. I'd be like, dude, we can't pay our bills next week. Right. You know what I mean? But we were so proud. And I don't even know if we did something to celebrate. I think we like went out to dinner and, but it just felt so good. But I remember that number just got like, it got attacked and like insurance hit us. Then we got another audit for something else. And it was like, what the heck? Where'd all this money go? So felt like we started at ground zero next year. Then finally it started to go pretty good. But yeah.
Damn.
It's tough.
What are you going to do for marketing moving forward?
It's a loaded question, right?
Hopefully find the right company to help us.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's important. What does that company look like? Before the podcast, they said they got to think about it. So
he wasn't a good enough closer. Hey, like a 5 out of 10 closer.
You got a 5 out of 10. Listen, I just look at it as like, hey, you know what? I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to be a 10 out of 10. I'm going to do my best to. And if I don't make 10 out of 10, hopefully I finish at like an 8 or 9. What do you think, Christian? Think I can make it to 8 or 9?
You got 8 or 9.
I think we got 8 or 9.
No.
If there's any young roofers that are currently working for a company thinking about going out on their own, or they just recently started doing it on their own, give them a piece of advice and look right in that camera when you do.
Learn the trade before you learn how to sell. Like, know what you're doing and realize that this is a huge decision for the customer. It's not just a paycheck for you. You don't need to make money on every single one. Do what's right for the customer and realize that before you know it, you can be doing 500 of them a year.
Yeah, 500 doesn't suck. It's our 6 core value. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
If you do the right thing, the rest kind of falls into place.
Yeah. We just put our core values on the wall. I still have to remember them.
That's unacceptable. We're gonna chop that, Christian. No, I'm just kidding. I want the world to know. And next time we have a podcast, you're gonna know your core values.
Yeah.
What's one of them?
Unity. You remember them? I do. I just got a lot going through.
I go by my own for marketing reasons.
Yeah.
I always say no, like, trust, want.
Yeah.
No, like, trust, want.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if they don't want you, you didn't do it right.
Sounds like high school all over again. Fuck.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's not you, it's me.
Is it unity, ownership? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Seeing them on the wall. It's embarrassing.
We're going to chalk it up as being just a little nervous. Look, this was not planned. All right. After they told me they had to think about it, and I was a 5 out of 10. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Do we even want these guys?
Why don't you come shoot some content with me? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Relentlessness.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. You got to be relentless in this business.
Fucking
man.
honey badger.
It's a tough job. Yeah.
Be a honey badger. You ever see a honey badger in action?
No.
Dude, watch it on YouTube when you leave here. Like honey badger attack. They're fucking gruesome.
We said some, we're from the stick. So we have like the coyotes running through the back 40.
Coyotes,
foxes.
Yeah.
What else do you do to build a culture? So you said that you have a golf simulator, which is wild.
Yeah, we have a golf simulator. We have a hunting lease.
Just don't say it too loud because then my employees are going to hear it and they're going to fucking hate me.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like one of our biggest reasons of growth, and I probably should, was like just attracting talent, you know, like know what your employees want in this generation. Like a lot of employees like want to show up and they want to be like entertained. They want to like, you know, not be bossed around or something, but, and then it's like third, they want a paycheck. So, I mean, we have like full benefits, but I feel like our biggest benefit is having a golf simulator and having a hunting lease because we're so rural. Everybody works for me. It's like a redneck. So everybody loves hunting.
So you just come and hunt whenever? Yeah,
we have like 500 acres that's posted and that's like, they get to hunt it. So
is that your favorite part of working there?
It's fun.
What's your favorite part?
The freedom to do your job.
That's important.
Yeah.
And I think something that's like, you know,
being constrained all the time.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than when you got ideas and you're really confident they'll work and you're hamstrung by somebody else saying, no, we're not going to do that.
Somebody you can always run ideas by and get inspiration.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're doing an amazing job on the leadership side.
We're trying over here.
I've been taking notes this whole time. Just
right.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, anything else before we get out of here?
No, man, you got a great spot here. Like,
thanks, man.
Seems like all your people, you just look around, you can tell like they like it here. And so it's cool.
Also, I do my best.
Cornhole boards, man, you got it going on. I got a lot of things I got to do now.
I'm thinking the same thing. So maybe we got better together.
Yeah.
Wait till we launch this campaign.
Better together.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you for tuning in. And again, thanks for the team at Roofer. And we gone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.